It's like that saying about how people won't remember what you said or what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. That's your brand. Welcome to Hey Beautiful Creative, the podcast designed to inspire and empower creative entrepreneurs just like you. Whether you're a full-time artist or crafter, a side hustler, or someone dreaming of starting your own creative business, this show is your new best friend, here to support and encourage you on your journey in creative entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Tori Nguyen. With over 2 decades of experience selling my handmade goods online, to boutiques, and at markets, I've been where you are and I'm here to help you grow. My best friend and I also own 2 retail stores and organize large craft markets, which gives me a unique perspective on combining creativity with effective business strategies from both sides of the table. Each week we'll dive into practical business and marketing tips, inspiring artist interviews, and the motivation you need to take your creative dreams and make them your reality. Whether you're looking to boost your confidence, refine your business skills, or take actionable steps toward your goals, this podcast will leave you energized and ready to chase your dreams. Hey, beautiful creative. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for listening. This is the podcast for artists and makers who want to take their creative dreams and turn them into a thriving business. Have you ever wondered what makes some artists and makers unforgettable while others really blend into the crowd? It often comes down to branding. If you've ever wanted to know how to stand out in a crowded market in a way that feels authentic, this episode is for you. Today we'll cover 3 things: what a brand really is and isn't, why branding matters for artists and makers, and the 5 key elements you can use to create a brand that feels authentic and consistent. So what is a brand? A lot of people think a brand is your logo and your business name, but it's so much more than that. Part of it is the visuals, yes, but the bigger picture is that your brand is the way people feel when they interact with your work and your business. It's like that saying about how people won't remember what you said or what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. That's your brand. Think about this. Tiffany & Co. isn't just selling jewelry. That iconic blue box gives you an instant sense of luxury, of romance, and timelessness. Or one of my new favorite brands, and this is not an affiliate post, by the way, I'm just sharing something that I've recently started using and really love. It's Primally Pure, a skincare line that is all natural. And they're not just selling skincare. Their whole brand feels spa-like and rooted in wellness, and it makes me feel like I'm really treating myself. I look forward to using it every single night. So if you want to talk more about that, feel free to message me. But that's the power of a brand. It's the experience people have with you, not just the product they buy. And before you panic and think, ugh, this sounds really complicated, here's the truth. Your brand is just how you show up consistently. You're probably already doing it in a lot of ways, and you might not realize it yet. And today we're going to really tighten up your thinking around how you're presenting your brand and give you some steps that you can take to really make it stand out. Think about some of your favorite brands. What is it about those brands that you're drawn to? Why do you buy from them? What is it that you love about them? When you can recognize what it is about other brands that really draws you in, that's going to help you break down the branding process for yourself. I think what really makes a brand stand out and have staying power is visual consistency and connection with your customers. So why does it matter to have a strong brand as a maker or creative? Well, strong branding helps you not only stand out, but it builds trust and attracts the right customers. Remember that we're tailoring our branding based on the likes and desires of our ideal customers. So we're getting really specific and intentional. The goal isn't to appeal to everyone, it's to appeal to the right people. If you missed last week's episode about finding your ideal customer, I highly recommend going back and checking that out. Now let me give you an example of branding. Imagine 2 candle makers. Maker A creates eco-friendly soy candles. Their packaging is earthy and minimal. Their Instagram shows cozy homes and slow living vibes, and their captions talk about mindfulness. Maker B makes luxury candles in sleek black glass jars. Their branding is bold and modern and dramatic, and their Instagram feed feels high-end and polished. Both make candles. The product is essentially the same, but their brands attract totally different audiences. Do you see what I mean? Branding is what makes you memorable. It's what helps your dream customers recognize you and say, yes, this is for me. And I promise it doesn't have to be complicated. Good branding isn't about being fancy, it's about being intentional and consistent. I've kept my jewelry business branding the same for years because I primarily sell locally in my town, and I really want that brand recognition. I want people to see my hang tags or my business card and go, oh, I bought something from you before. Having a strong brand builds consistency across platforms, from social media to markets to your website. Your customers can recognize that it's the same brand that they're seeing in all these different places. They know it's you, and that consistency and clarity builds trust. Here are 5 key elements of a strong artist or maker brand. Let's get into the practical bits to get you on your way to having the best brand you can. Number 1 is your story. This is also called your brand story or your origin story. Why do you make what you make? Why are you doing this? People love knowing that. They love knowing your story. Maybe you paint floral watercolor art because as a kid you followed your grandma all around her garden and she taught you the names of all the plants. Maybe you have a line of jewelry that's inspired by your travels. All of those little details make you memorable and allow your customers to connect with you. Your story doesn't need to be complicated or dramatic. Even the smallest, simplest details can create connection. The second component of a strong brand is your visual style. How your work and your business look both online and in person. This includes your logo, your brand colors. You'll want to choose a color palette that is the colors that you use across everything that you do. It's the fonts that you use, any product photography, any lifestyle photography that you're using, your packaging, your displays if you're selling at markets. You want all of these things to work together to tell a cohesive visual story. And you want your visual style to be the same everywhere so that it becomes recognizable and so that people can tell that this is the same business. So going back to candle maker A, the one with the earthy, minimal, eco-friendly soy candles, let's say their Instagram grid shows a lot of warm tones, natural backdrops. Their booth at markets has a linen tablecloth and neutral-colored natural wood displays. If you order from them online, all of their packaging is recyclable and it's made from post-consumer recycled products. It all fits together. All of these pieces come together to make a whole, and it looks cohesive. Number 3, your values. What do you stand for? What causes are important to you? Maybe it's sustainability, slow living, queerness, activism, charity. Maybe you donate a portion of your sales to animal rescues. If you clearly communicate these values, you'll attract other people who share them. So candle maker A is going to attract customers who care about eco-friendly, low-waste products. The fourth key component to having a strong brand that stands out is your voice. This is the voice of your brand. How do you write? How do you talk? What language do you use in your emails, in your social media captions, etc.? Are you professional and educational? Are you young and hip? Are you playful and fun? Remember to center your ideal customer here and speak in the way that they speak. Use the words that they use. The key is, again, to be consistent in your voice so that then people feel like they know you. They can trust you. And the fifth key element of a strong artist or maker brand is your customer experience. This one is often overlooked, but it's so powerful. How do people feel when they buy from you? Is it exciting? Is it personalized? What makes it special? Think about getting a handwritten note and a very nicely wrapped item in your package versus just having your item thrown in a plain padded envelope. It's the same product, but a totally different experience for the person who's opening the package. For example, sometimes I buy things on eBay. Often the things I buy on eBay are just thrown into a padded envelope, and that's kind of what I expect. But recently I bought something and it came wrapped with so much care. It was packaged in tissue and then in a cute little bag, and there was a free gift that I wasn't expecting. And I felt really joyful. I was not expecting to have that experience in opening my package. I was excited to get the item I had ordered, but that person really went out of their way to make a good, positive experience for me. And that really stuck with me, so I wanted to pass that along to you too. Here's the best part about branding. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to perfect all 5 of those key things at once. Start small. Focus on one area, maybe just your story, or maybe improving your packaging, and then add to it over time. You can work on each key element over time. You want all of these elements to work harmoniously together, and when they do, and when your ideal customer is at the center of it, your brand will be uniquely recognizable and authentic to you. One thing you can do is look at what other people are doing and see what's working for them, but really take it and make it your own. Your brand won't stand out if it's just a copy of someone else's. And remember that this is the fun, creative part of having a business, aside from the fun of making your products. It's much more fun than bookkeeping and taxes, unless you really love numbers. Here's where you get to create an identity for your business, so have fun with it. Here's a quick bonus tip. Make a brand kit. Once you know your fonts, your color palette, you have a logo, you can create a simple brand kit, even if it's just a one-page file in Canva or a Google Doc, which is what I have. It'll save you so much time and keep everything consistent. So you can refer back to that kit every time you're making design decisions. And if you're like me and you change your mind a lot about how you want things to look, having a brand kit to refer to can really help you keep focused and on track. It's also helpful if you're planning to work with any graphic designers or other designers, or if you're planning to hire or you already have a virtual assistant. That way, everyone has access to the same information and can keep your brand looking and feeling consistent. And don't overthink it. A brand kit is just a cheat sheet and a quick resource guide for your brand. So to recap, your brand is the feeling people get when they interact with your work and your business. Branding matters because it helps you stand out, build trust, and connect with your ideal audience. And the 5 key elements to focus on are your story, your visual style, your values, your voice, and the customer experience. Here's my challenge for you. Pick just one of those areas and spend some time this week working on it. Small, consistent steps will build a brand that feels authentic and unforgettable. And if you want some extra help figuring out who your brand is actually speaking to, don't forget to grab the Find Your Ideal Customer worksheet I shared in last week's episode, or go check out that episode if you missed it. I'll link it in the show notes. That's it for today, beautiful creative. Keep showing up, keep creating, and I'll see you next week. If you enjoyed this episode or found it helpful, it would mean the absolute world to me if you would write a review, share it on your socials, or forward it to a friend. Be sure to subscribe or follow the show wherever you listen to your podcast so you don't miss out on upcoming episodes. And check out HeyBeautifulCreative.com for more resources designed to help you take your creative dreams and turn them into your reality. See you next week.